Hi, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Game Hunter and welcome back to part 2 of Beyond a Steel Sky. A lot of people seem to like this one. I enjoyed the first part. Say we're just barely scratching the surface. I think we ain't even got into the city yet, so hopefully in this episode we'll be able to get past the bridge and get into the city and see what the whole city's all about. So without further ado, let's get back into it. So load game, that's the one. As you can see, that is our objective, to get into Union City. And also we're looking to look out for a sandwich for the little kid. And the power cell for that bloke's truck. So I've just realised we have got this little shack over here, so maybe this is the area where we need to get into. Let's have a look, shall we? Ooh, there's a sandwich there, look.
It looked like some sort of scanning device.
I'll tell you that. And we'll definitely take the sandwich. So at least that's something we could give to the kid. Diagnostics console. Let's have a look what this one does.
The console seemed specialized.
Let's have a use. Battery cells terminal.
The power cell was completely wrecked.
Okay, so how do we get it working again? So we can't do anything with the power cell. Okay, but one thing we can do. Is give the sandwich to this lad, so that'll help us out. Hopefully it might give us
Me
some.
again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
Sandwich.
Food delivery for Mr. Voxel.
Oh, yes. One of Hobsworth's city singers. Do you want my crusts?
You eat them. Warriors need their strength.
Nice. So we've already done all that.
Thanks, Voxel.
Hints, we don't need hints. Fair enough. So, the only thing I feel we can do at the moment then is get into a city. Let's have a quick word with... Wait a minute, let's have a look at it.
There was an empty space where the power cell should have been. My crowbar could do plenty of things, but powering a truck was not one of them.
I guess it wasn't.
Hey, Wendell.
Managed to get those doors open all right?
Just about.
Did you, do the jig?
Sure did. You said it was essential.
That's right. Although, here's a funny thing. My wife never does the jig back at the farm.
Okay.
But it always seems to open for her. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Your truck's power cell has drained.
Aye, emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. I was told to go park for a few hours. Turned into a few days. Trying to keep the mini case cool in this heat emptied the power cell. I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita blender up in the cab. A working man needs his creature comforts. Anyway, 13.7 volts drained to naught. and they still haven't fixed that blooming bridge.
And you've been sat here ever since?
No choice until they send someone out to juice up Bruce's power cell. Someone competent, I mean.
Have you spoken to Hobsworth?
Didn't I say someone competent? That muffin doesn't know a panhard rod from a Chapman strut.
Do you need a vehicle to get into the city?
You do, but I don't. I've got Brucey here. What I do need is a new power cell.
And you can't just walk in?
Are you mad? Walk into the city? There's guns guarding their main gates, and they'd make mincemeat out of you, Sonny Jim.
Mind if I take a look at the power cell? I'm pretty handy with this sort of stuff.
Hobsworth has it. Told me he'd have it charged in a jiffy.
I had this sinking feeling that the wrecked power cell in Hobsworth's hut was the one that Wendell hoped would power his truck. Let me guess. Was that a while ago?
So, I don't think there's anything we can do for him, especially with this power cell, so I think we might need to have to get a new one.
The power cell was completely wrecked.
Yep, so we can't do anything with it. So, right. I'm thinking the only thing we can do for now then is to try and get across the bridge.
The bridge seemed to be operated by some sort of hand scanner.
Okay, so we've got a scanner now.
Error. UChip firmware outdated. Authority for vehicular access denied.
The firmware on my UChip was out of date. I realized that I'd been sold a dud by Ember.
Oh, Miss Ember, I'm coming for a chat with you, my sweet. Selling me dodgy goods. Where do you think you're going, sweet?
Ember,
Hi again.
The bridge.
there's a problem with this ID you gave me. I tried the bridge, but it wouldn't let me through. Apparently my UChip is out of date.
Oh, right. They had to replace the hand scanner recently. Must be running on new firmware. Much newer than the crappy U-chips from that old terminal.
Oh,
What happened to the old hand scanner?
No idea. Why would you even ask that? I didn't take it. Shut up.
Either way, the ID you gave me doesn't work.
Hey, listen, guy. The ID is tip-top. It's your U-chip that's the problem. It's old. Like you.
Well, have you got any newer replacements?
Nuh-uh. That U-chip is in you now. It stays there. You'll need to run an update, but my guess is you can only do that inside the city.
And without the update, I can't get across the bridge. I appear to be at an impasse.
Yikes. Well, that ain't good. Could maybe hack the bridge, but... Nah. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Hacking?
Did you say hack?
Okay. So you know how everything here runs on Minos?
Minos? Surely that's not based off the old Link system.
That's right. When they upgraded, they dumped the old Link tech. Smart shoes, smart toasters, smart light bulbs, smart fridges. Minos makes everything smart, smart, smart. Except the humans. Anyway, you know how Hobsworth is always pointing his scanner at stuff?
Yeah?
That's his Minos scanner. Minos scanners let guys without any smarts figure out how machines work. Old Hobsworth has all kinds of safeguards so he can't mess things up more when they break. But with a few modifications...
Can you do more than just diagnose Minos machines?
Much more.
Okay.
Could I borrow your hacker? Is that a no? Could I maybe trade you something for your hacker?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay, so if you won't trade me for that hacker, could you make me one?
For a price, and a whole lot of inconvenience.
What do you mean?
For starters, you need one of Hobsworth's Minos scanners. You get me one of them, And then we can talk about next steps.
Aha.
You mean this thing?
Oh, you found one already? Where'd you get it?
It was just lying around in Hobsworth's hut.
He really should be more careful. Right then. Let's see what else you've got in that bag that might be worth my time, trouble, and effort.
Okay. I've got an android finger.
I don't know if you can use this, but how about this finger?
Okay, creepy. Let me take a look. Whoa. Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle.
So it's a deal then. You'll hack this scanner, and the finger is yours.
You betcha. Pleasure doing business with you. Meet me at my workbench when you're ready.
Right, before I do that though, I want to talk to this other guy, because this Hobsworth down here, I wonder if you can talk to him about the power cell.
Excuse me?
Well, hey there, stranger. How's your day going so far?
Well,
Great, I'll bet. Anything old Hobsworth can do for you? By the way, just so you know, I'm on the clock.
Yes, of course, no problem.
Right, so I think we've asked him about Joey.
Wendell's power cell wasn't looking too functional.
Oh man, you saw, huh? I don't think it's supposed to smoke like that.
Not conventionally, no.
Listen, don't tell Wendell. I'll fix it.
How are things going with Wendell's power cell?
It's in my office.
But how long until it's charged?
It's hard to say, but it's on my list.
Okay.
What was that tool you were pointing at the bridge?
Oh, this little baby? That's my Minos scanner. It's super neat. All of us diagnosticians use them. I pointed at a device, and it shows me how it works. See, everything in Union City runs on Minos.
Of course it does.
Everything's interconnected, from big safety systems and freight elevators, all the way down to toasters and hand dryers, all on Minos.
Okay, so you're saying it's a city-wide universal operating system?
Whoa, I don't know what that is, but maybe.
Jesus Christ.
I'd hate to think what would happen if a scanner like this fell into the wrong hands.
Okay, so what can you tell me about the city?
This may sound like a stupid question, but how do I actually get into the city?
Well, first thing would be to head over to the city gates.
Yes?
If you got a valid ID, and just scan your U-chip, and the bridge will open.
Valid for what?
Now, that is the stupid question. You need a vehicle to get through the big doors there. If you have transport clearance, like that old fella with the smelly truck, you just drive up, scan your ID, and roll right onto the elevator down to the cargo bay.
Right, so we'll tell
See
me.
you around, Hobsworth.
Oh, before I forget, I really appreciate your patience back there when I was fixing the bridge. Let me thank you properly. Give me your hand.
Okay.
There you go. Your kudos just got a boost.
Thanks, I think.
Keep a smile on your face.
Jesus Christ. So what he's saying is then we can't get past. We need the power cell for the truck. Nikki said, oh, it's on the list, it's on the list. Right, come on then.
Alright, one Ember grade Minos hacker.
Thanks. So how do I use this thing?
You activate scan mode, obviously.
Press right to equip packing.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, well, that's the easy part. Now follow me. This is how I find hidden systems. They're all over the place.
Okay.
There you go. One just popped into range.
Okay, what do I do now?
Use the big button at the top. Duh. Right, so this here is a diagnostic view of Minos.
Looks like it runs the vending machine.
No kidding. See those task nodes? The darker ones?
Yeah?
Well, unlike Hobbsy's little vanilla scanner, my hacker can swap them round. So let's see how smart you are. Want to give me an infinite supply of spankles?
So, darker blocks can be swapped with each other. Drag and drop these blocks to exchange the impact of the system.
Thanks, bro. You trying to get me arrested?
No.
You did it! You're smarter than you look. Okay, apply the hack and you'll be good to go.
How do I supply the hack?
Alright, mate. Figure the rest out yourself. Oh, and try not to do anything too stupid, eh?
Right. So I wonder if that means we can fix the power cell. Because I've got a feeling I can use that in here.
The power cell was completely wrecked.
Guess not. So I guess we've got to use it to hack into the bridge. I can use... No, we can't. So here we go. Hey, we're in. But the question is, where we gotta go? Are we still got to look out for power cell? Nope. Baylor.
Piles of metal cans were crushed into one compact cube of aluminium.
Alright. Nothing up there.
Warning. This entrance is strictly vehicle only. All pedestrians.
Those guns look like they meant business.
Warning. Extreme measures will be taken against non-compliant pedestrians.
So we definitely can't get across there without a power cell.
The large chute appeared to be part of a recycling process. Industrial fumes pumped out of the spinning exhaust fan.
What can we do here?
Industrial fumes pumped out of the spinning exhaust fan. The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The conveyor appeared to be part of a waste recycling system.
What can we do here? Cooling system recycle. So spin fan gently.
The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism.
Unacceptable cargo detected. 4YR unit has been alerted to solve the problem.
You have dated scrap pile! I am the unacceptable cargo! Let me down! You're risking the future of all the little cans!
Nice.
I had a charged power cell.
Lovely stuff. That was a lot of fun.
Alert. Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to comply. Lethal force authorized.
Oh, I'll be back, love. With a vehicle in tow as well. Right, Wendell, mate. Don't worry, I've got yourself here, son. There you go.
Lights flickered on. Wendell's truck had power, and with it, I had my ticket into the city. With the power cell replaced, the truck was good to go.
Right, Mr. Wendell. It's time to get off your backside, son.
How's it going, Wendell?
Can't complain. Not like anybody'd listen if I did.
That's the spirit.
What's on your mind?
Your thing's ready to go.
I fitted your truck with a charged power cell.
You did? Then we're cooking on gas.
Hey, any chance of a lift into the city?
Typical. No one ever does anything from the goodness of their heart these days.
I just figured that...
Oh, all right. Up in the back. You earned it.
You sure it's safe back here?
100%, lad.
I'll take your word for it.
Just watch out for me knack bursts. I've lost enough business already.
There we go.
far as I can take you, I'm afraid. You can catch a monopod into the city from over there.
And where are you going?
Straight to cargo. Gotta get these babies
Quarantined?
distributed.
Thanks for the ride, Wendell. Maybe see you again.
Right, so here we go. What we're going to do next. Investigate how Graham is connected with the stalkers. I'm guessing we've got, like he said, we've got to take a monopod or something. I'm guessing that's our train. Ooh, nice. These look fun.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Outdated U-chip firmware detected. Firmware must be updated to use Union City facilities.
I was about to return to give Ember a piece of my mind when...
Transporting you to the nearest safety services.
At least we're getting into the city one way or another. Okay. Hey, we've got the prologue. There it is. Union City. Quite beautiful, isn't it? Safety services.
The stalkers had come into the city. But looking around, that didn't make any sense. This place was a paradise compared to the Union City I'd left all those years ago. Joey had certainly turned the place around. I had to find the stalkers. And whoever he was, Graham was my only lead. I just had to sort out my U-chip problems first.
Right, so let's go then.
Union City wishes all citizens a happy Aspiration Day.
Great news.
Hello?
Good morning, Graham, Grundy. I trust you are well on this fine day.
Actually...
Aha! Have you tried Dijon buttercream spankles? It's new.
Sounds delightful.
That's the spirit.
Jeez.
Now, Mr. Grundy, we both know why you're here, don't we?
Don't we?
I guess we do.
Your firmware. It's ridiculously out of date.
Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Go on, place your hand on the platform.
Okay, so why?
Why should I?
Oh, Graham, what a ridiculous question. How do you expect to access your messages? Or vote on important city issues? Or use the travel system? Please consent to the firmware update.
Okay.
Okay, here goes.
Well, that's very strange. Your day!
What's very strange?
What's very strange?
You said that's very strange a moment ago. Something about my data.
I didn't. You said, what's very strange?
I only said it because you said that's very strange.
Great. What else can I do for you, Citizen Graham?
There was something strange about the ID that I had acquired. While she may have lost the plot, I definitely hadn't.
Strange.
Would you mind scanning my U-chip like you did before?
But, Graham, your firmware is up to date.
Humor me.
Okay. Well, that's very strange. Your data!
There, you just did it again.
Because you asked me to humor you.
I mean, you said that's very strange again.
I assure you that I have a precise log of this entire conversation, and I said no such
So
thing.
she keeps getting wiped.
It appeared that every time she tried to access my data, the last few seconds of her memory was wiped.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Okay, well, tell me about stalkers.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, a monopod station can be found at either end of the piazza.
Are there any vehicles in the city that have legs?
Polite request for disambiguation. By legs, do you mean a vehicle transporting prosthetics, flat-packed furniture, or fried chicken?
I mean a vehicle with legs for propulsion.
Do you mean a skateboard or scooter?
You are no help.
I'm here to help.
Oh, dearie me.
So is my firmware all up to date?
It sure is, Citizen Graham. Now you can get back to being a top-notch citizen again. I see you have 2 weeks of public voting to catch up on. Better find a terminal and hop to it.
Okay, so what about this message?
Listen, I don't know if you'll be able to help on this.
I'm here to help.
Okay. I'm looking for a child that went missing 2 days ago.
And from which part of the city did this child go missing?
He was from outside the city.
I can only help you locate citizens.
Okay.
Thank you.
Was I helpful?
Yes.
Would you like to fill out a survey?
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay then. Keep a smile on your face, Graham.
Now that I dealt with my U-chip problem, I needed to find out more about my new identity. Graham Grundy.
So I wonder where we've got to go for that. Left or right?
Milo's trail was running cold. I needed to check out Graham's home.
Okay, so let's try this way.
I'd never tell him, but Joey's statue looked magnificent.
City wishes all citizens a happy
Stall TV.
Hey, got a minute?
For you, sir? I have all day.
Okay.
What do you do here?
My name is Hollow, and it is my pleasure to serve the wonderful people of Union City on this glorious Aspiration Day.
And what are you serving?
Well, social climbers can bring their aspiration brooches to me.
And then what?
I use this machine here to customize the hologram projected on the brooch. Isn't that fun?
It's a real parade. What can you tell me about the council?
Nothing that you won't have heard already. However, if you take a look behind my stall, you can catch a great view of the Citadel.
The Citadel?
Where the council are based. It can be seen through the skyline right behind me.
Okay. So missing.
Have you heard anything about missing children?
Oh my, that's above my pay grade. Are they social climbers?
No. They were taken into the city from the Gap.
Well, I certainly wouldn't have had anything to do with that.
How about these brooches?
What is an aspiration brooch?
A special wearable reward to Union City's esteemed social climbers. Courtesy of the council.
Yes, but what do they do?
The brooch permits entry to areas around the city, exclusive to social climbers, such as the Old History exhibit in the Museum of New History. It also tells your fellow citizens how great at gathering kudos you are.
Okay.
How can I get my hands on one of these brooches?
You didn't receive one in the post?
I don't think so.
That's because aspiration brooches are only delivered to social climbers. You need an awful lot more kudos to be in with a shot.
Maybe next month, eh?
Sure. Or year, perhaps.
So you change people's aspiration brooch?
Only if they ask me to.
Sure. How do you change it?
First, my customer places their aspiration brooch here in the machine slot. Then, through me, they can choose which hologram they'd like the brooch to display.
And you put it on the brooch?
Now you're getting it.
Sounds simple enough.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
I can't wait. Calling all social climbers. Customize your aspiration brooch here.
I was enjoying my time in the piazza, but I doubted I'd learn much about Graham here.
So where do we need to go? So it's robots that are like in charge of the establishments, it looks like. So do we need to get...
Please embark now. Welcome, Citizen Graham. Where would you like to go?
To my house.
I knew Graham had some sort of connection to Milo's kidnapping. His home would be my best, in fact, my only lead. Take me to Graham... my home.
Lakeview Apartments. Certainly, Citizen Graham.
The city knew a lot more about Graham than I did.
What a good fun way to travel around the city.
As I arrived, masquerading as a dead man called Graham, I was apprehensive about what I would find. But I had no choice. I had to find the stalker. And whoever he was, Graham was my only lead.
Here we go. Nothing down that way, so let's go into the apartment building.
The seal on the floor showed my buddy Joey just as I remembered him, when I left him in charge all those years ago.
What does she want?
Hey, buddy, watch where you're standing.
What's your problem?
Your face, for one.
Excuse me.
Well, if you hadn't been staring at the floor like a moron, you'd have seen me.
Okay, no,
I didn't catch your name.
I'm your mama.
What? Do you live here?
Do I look like I live here?
I'm not from around here. Maybe everyone here looks like you.
Yeah, and what do I look like?
Trouble.
Keep walking.
Okay.
Do you know where I can find Joey?
Oh, I don't know, weirdo. They say he walked into the gap, or sailed across the sea. Either way, he abandoned us all in this place.
You don't like it here?
Needs more color, wouldn't you agree?
Okay, so she went to see.
What happened after Joey left?
Well, duh. Council runs the city now.
Okay.
Do you know a guy called Graham Grundy?
Nope. Sounds like a moron.
In that case, let me introduce myself. Graham Grundy.
Doesn't surprise me.
Okay.
I'll leave you to whatever it was you were doing.
Aw, really? I'll miss you.
Yes, I'm very busy.
Hey, dirtbag! What's your favorite color?
Huh?
You heard me. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is red.
Red?
Bold choice. Later, man purse.
Later, backpack.
Ha! You got nothing.
Clearly not everyone in Union City was quite as courteous as they were happy.
Okay.
It was another image of Joey, just as I remembered him. Clearly he'd made his mark.
I'm guessing we need to go up in the lift.
Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not your residence.
Okay, we got a book.
I know that U-chip. Oh my, is it really? Yes, it is. Master Graham, you have returned. How wonderful.
Oh, good day, huh?
I shall inform Madam and her guest that you have arrived. She will be so pleased.
No, that won't be necessary.
She will be overjoyed that you have finally returned to the bosom of the family. My apologies for the interruption, Madam Songbird. It's Master Graham.
What about him, Chipworth?
It appears he has arrived home, Madam.
He has? But that's wonderful! Oh, thank Joey! My dear husband is back!
Ah, I was hoping to meet you, Mr. Grundy. Mentor Alonso, Ministry of Well-Being. I was just here to investigate some irregularities.
I'm sure my Graham needs a few moments to freshen up. Why don't I show you my kudos records?
I don't know who you are, but right now we're both in a lot of trouble. So for both our sakes, you'd better convince the mentor that you're Graham.
Yes, of course.
I'll stall him. Just don't come through that door until you know enough about Graham to pass yourself off as him.
Don't worry. You can count on me. I wasn't sure what I'd walked into. But if I was to convince anyone I was Graham, I needed to find out more about him. His job, his family, his state of mind. The mentor could ask me about anything. Information about Graham was scattered all over the place. All I had to do was look around.
Right, but what we're going to do there, we're going to save it. So yes guys, we're going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for joining us in this second episode. We've made it to see, and it looks like we're going to have some right fun in this next part coming up. Got to find out about Graham so we can con the Ministry of Well-Being. It's going to be a lot of fun. But thank you all for watching this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Be safe guys, take care, bye bye for now. Bye bye.